So I landed at Inverness and I picked up a rental car, and I've been driving for about an hour or so already. I actually haven't had a chance to film anything because I've been fairly busy trying to get orientated and pick up the hire car, get my stuff ready to go if I see any opportunistic photographs on the way. From Inverness to Portree, it's about a 2.5 hour drive. However, I have to say the route is stunningly beautiful and the temptation is to stop and take images. So I'm trying to resist that temptation, although I have to say I've succumbed on a couple of occasions. The forecast for tomorrow is very heavy rain, so I really need to get a shove on and get over to the Isle of Skye as quickly as possible so I can really try and bag that first location. So this is the FZ1000. I've done a couple of shots of it. First one with this soft ND grad 0.6 and a polariser just to take the reflections off. And you can see over there, that's the view, so you've got the river and the mountain in the background. I've just done a second composition with a little stopper just to slow the shutter speed down and try and get some movement in the water. So we'll see what happens there, but yeah, I think the little stopper might be a bit too much because it's the middle of the day, so the light is softly diffused by the clouds, but it's a great composition. So the first location is done, and I'm pretty happy with that. Had to work pretty quickly because of the different tourists coming in and out of shot, but actually banked my shots. I got a landscape and a portrait orientation of that landscape, so I'm very happy with that. Let me just cut in here. I'm in my edit suite and I'm going through the footage, and I want to sincerely apologise. The quality of audio is really bad. I was using a small compact camera which actually has a microphone on the top, and I haven't got a wind muffler for that microphone, and I was so focused on the photography I wasn't thinking about actually the audio quality on this compact camera. Lesson learnt for future vlogs. When it's windy, I'm going to make sure that I have a camera with a shotgun mic, but I'm going to cut subtitles into the video. Please stick with it and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. So I found my second composition. I'm on my way to the ferry pools and I really hope I'm going to get there today. But I'm on the road to a town called Calabast, I think that's how it's pronounced. And actually, this is my composition here. It's an old derelict boat, and you can see over there the hills, and you've got the lock here as well. So I actually really like this composition. So yeah, you've got the seaweed, which is really nice. There's a little bit of wind on the lock right now, and the clouds. There's quite a lot of highlights as well. So I've got a 0.6 soft polariser as well, just to reduce the reflections. And it's a really simple composition. I've kept actually the tripod quite low. You can see here. I don't actually want it to have it too elevated. I want to get that sense that you're really at the same level as the boat, draw you into that scene. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'll take the image, and that's the second composition done. So I've arrived at the ferry pools. They're over there. This camera's got a really, really long zoom lens on it, so let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So there's a lot of people. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get a photograph, but I'm going to try. Yeah, this is going to be fun. so there's lots of people here, but now I'm on a mission. I've got to get 10 images, so it's one of those where I just have to go for it. So I think I'll just get set up. It's proving quite difficult to get a composition here because I'm right at the side of one of the walking trails that goes up the side. People keep coming in and looking down. But I've just picked this spot because nobody can actually walk this way. Like that, it's a little bit secluded, so at least I've got, in portrait orientation, I've got a photograph. And I'm going to head up a little bit further in a minute. But I've just zoomed in to the waterfall there and using a little stopper again just to try and get that movement in the waterfall. It's come out okay. I got my second composition. There's some really nice colour on the rocks there, like a copper colour, and got the mountains in the background as well, so I'm quite happy with that, although I've had to get my feet wet while I'm on a tree. But I've got the tripod in the water, so yeah, just have to keep my eyes out for people walking past, but I think I got a good shot there. So I reckon I've got 2 more compositions, and this one's going to be a waiting game. And there's one a little bit further down that I'm going to get a little bit later on the way back. But there's a photographer up down the rock. I'm going to wait till he's finished, and I'm a little bit further back because I want to get this rock into the composition along with the waterfall as well, and the mountains in the backdrop. So a bit of a waiting game, but hopefully I'll be able to get that shot. So I reckon this will probably be my last composition of the day. I've actually walked a long way, just at the foothills of the mountains here. So yeah, if you ever do come out here, do be prepared, bring plenty of water, and just, yeah, be prepared to explore. Morning, day 2 on the Isle of Skye. But it's very, very cloudy. It's forecast to rain, so I've probably got about an hour and a half maximum before the rain comes in. The plan was to head north of Portree and go to the Old Manor Store, which is just over there on my right shoulder, but it's covered in cloud right now, so I've just stopped at this waterfall which is on the road going up there, and I'll be lucky if I can get 1, maybe 2, potentially 3 photographs today if the weather holds. If it rains, I think it's going to be a washout. So I'm going to go for a really simple setup this morning. I'm going to do probably 2 photographs, 1 without any filters whatsoever, and the second I'm going to use a polariser and a little stopper just to try to get some of the movement in the waterfall. And again, I'm using the FZ1000 this morning, but this is really for mission Panasonic. Yesterday's results came out really well, but I still need probably about 3 or 4 more images to complete the brief. So yeah, that's the composition I'm going for this morning. I took the first few images without filters, and this patch of sky just above the waterfall, it's really diffusing a lot of light, giving me a lot of highlights, so it's quite distracting. So what I've actually done is I put a 0.6 soft ND grad at an angle just at the top, and a polariser that's helped with the reflections for the water, and then I'm using the little stopper again just to try and get some movement in those in the water that's falling there. I hope that could give a nice effect to the final photograph. Well, I've been beaten by the weather. I was hoping to just get one more photograph, and there were a few spots of rain coming in, and then a couple of those spots of rain fell on my filters, and once they fell on my filters I was fighting a losing battle, trying to keep them dry and clean. Well, yes, the way it goes. Can't control the elements. Bit frustrating though. It's middle of July. You would have hoped that the British summer would have showed up, but yeah, gonna have to drive around a little bit, maybe go to the coast and see what there could be, see if I can find an area where it's a little bit drier. So I'm back at the car park, just take a look at all that cloud cover on those hills. So yeah, it's going to be very tough today. I think I'm probably going to retreat to the B&B and actually develop some of my images, because yeah, in this weather it's just going to be impossible, absolutely impossible to get an image. Situational report. I actually continued up the coastal road, so rather than go back to the B&B, I thought I'd stick it out. I think I mentioned the cloud over the sea is relatively bright, so it doesn't make sense that we've got all the rain on land. I'm kind of hedging my bets here, banking on the rain easing up. I'm actually at Kilt Rock, and there's two photos to be had. There's one facing north where there's a waterfall right off the edge of a cliff, and there's one south which is a really nice coastal seascape. There's a viewing point here, and I've just run out with this camera, with the FZ1000, but it's really wet, so I need it to dry off a little bit. And the issue I've got is there's a slight break in the weather. I mean, the rain is starting to ease up. There's less drops on the windscreen. I think the wind is pushing it away a little bit. And I'm going to stick it out here, because what I'd like and what I hope is that there'll just be a break in the rain for maybe 10 minutes. I can get the tripod up and get some filters on, and like that get a little bit more of a controlled image. I've just literally had to run out and grab a couple of snaps. Again, banking my shots first, no filters on, and hoping that at least I've got one or two images there. But I'd really like to get the filters on, because it is a stunning location. But again, more waiting. Yeah, incredible weather today, absolutely incredible. It's the afternoon of day 2, and after this morning's 2 photographs in the rain, I went back to the bed and breakfast, offloaded my cards, had a look at what I got, and it started to brighten up, and actually it stopped raining, so I immediately packed my stuff up, jumped in the car. I thought, well, I'll go and explore somewhere relatively close. I've been in the car 10 minutes and I've headed inland. I wanted to try and go to one of the locks and get an image of the lock, but have a look at what I'm confronted with right now. So as you can see, zero visibility. The rain is actually coming in horizontal in gusts. So yeah, window of opportunity of about 3 minutes from the B&B, and I'm actually going to go to the next town and then turn around and head back. I think today's going to be a washout. It's one thing that it rains. You can hope that there might be a break in the weather and the rain will stop, and like that you can jump out. But with the cloud cover and the low visibility, even if the rain holds up just for a few minutes, visibility is absolutely zero right now. So yeah, let's hope that overnight things clear. I think tomorrow morning it should be reasonably okay from, I guess, sunrise onwards, so I might have an early morning start tomorrow. Good morning. Day 3 on the Isle of Skye. Probably hear from the microphone as well, it's still windy. But, yesterday was probably one of the most frustrating days I've had photographically for a long time. It was an early start to get down here, and I'll see if I can get maybe 1 or 2 images today. So I've got down to the beach. It's quite a walk actually, through private land. There was an access road, well, pathway, and yeah, the tide's in, which is a shame. Well, I knew that anyway. I actually planned to come down in an evening where the tide would be out, but given the weather, I have to really make the most of the weather right now, and as it's dry, so I've come down this morning. And let me just show you what I wanted to photograph was that over there, that side. But actually what's more incredible, so I'll take you around this side, is that waterfall and that cliff. So I think I've got 2 photographs here. It's yeah, interesting place for some sheep and quite a few rabbits as well running around. So yeah, spectacular backdrop. So I'm going to go and explore now and see if I can get this photo. All the way down this beach, and when I got there actually my memory card for this camera ran out, so I wasn't able to video what I was doing. It's very slippy down there. I couldn't get as close as I wanted to, only because I just didn't feel very confident with my wellies. Just felt I was going to slip over, so I went as close as I could. I would have liked a little bit more elevation on the shot. Right, I'm going to head all the way back to the car. It's about 1.5–2 kilometres walk, and I'm going to see if I can try and get some breakfast because it looks like the rain's going to come in again. Get to where I want to get. I want to get down to the river. The college is behind it. There's another photographer out just over there. We'll see if I can get to where he is because he's in a good spot. But I didn't video because I haven't got my wellies on. I've got my walking boots, which is a mistake. These marshes are wet, and literally. I was having to hold onto my tripod. This wind has pushed the cloud away, and we're getting some good light. So yeah, that's the image I'm trying to get. So yeah, let me just quickly show you. So it's a portrait orientation. I've got the mountain, got the soft ND grad to just control the sky. My polariser on there as well. So yeah, certainly got the photos. The wind is unbelievable. But it's absolutely stunningly beautiful here. There's a lot of cloud cover, and with the wind, the clouds coming and going. So even though it's raining, you can see right now it's brightening up. But it's extremely challenging in terms of photography. As soon as you get your filters out, or even you take the lens cap off, you're getting raindrops on. You're constantly wiping, trying to get everything clean. Yeah, but a lot of fun, big adventure, and I've got a completely newfound respect for fellow landscape photographers.